Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone's having a wonderful and positive day. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jenny and I'm bringing something new to this channel. So in order to get to the point, I'm gonna go ahead and bring you back to the beginning of this channel and how it started. So this channel got started in 2015. My son was like, "Mama, you know, start a YouTube channel," because he likes computers, and it was a way for us to connect and bond and, you know, do something fun. So I had no clue on what the hell I was doing. Originally it started out as Cajun Banshee, and I was doing what I like, you know, like paranormal things, vlogs, and cemeteries and stuff like that. Now, going back to, since I can remember, I've always loved making people happy. Helping people, putting a smile on their face, and that's what makes me happy. For me, that's therapeutic. And so, to bring you up to speed, for the last few years, my family and I have been helping people. It started out with giving care packages as a family project to show my children that, you know, our lives can change within seconds, minutes, overnight. That some of these homeless people were at one time financially stable, with a family, a nice home, cars, amazing jobs. Well, little did I know that the agenda for me was much bigger. I've always helped people on a psychological level because I've been through so much. And I've been so broke down that I hated myself. I was my own worst enemy. But somewhere I found strength to rebuild myself and become better. And I use that to be able to help people. It's not much that I haven't been through in my life, honestly. So I have 3 children, a 21-year-old, a 16-year-old, and an 8-year-old. And I've worked 2 jobs and went to school. I went back to school, got my GED, then I decided to go to college. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 different times. I went to school for law, business, psychology, and medical. Got close but didn't finish it because financially I had no help. There were people who helped me in some ways, you know, along my journey. But anyways, 2 years of helping people. We did a lot of good things. In 2016 we had a major flood here in Louisiana, and so aside of giving care packages, we were able to gather things to help a few of them, and we've just done random acts of kindness to help people. We've done a lot at our own financial expense. We've had people help us, like, as far as giving us stuff to give to people, and then people talked us into opening up a thrift store, and we did. We still took a major loss, and we thought maybe by selling stuff it would help us get back financially stable, but no, it just took us further in debt. So now I've decided to veer off and do other projects. I definitely know that I'm here to help people in one way or another. And one thing I've learned in the last week is that the truth can be in front of someone's face and they're gonna mask it with their own truth. And those type of people you basically can't get to. So I'm gonna have this series starting now. It's gonna be a psychology series, and it's gonna touch many bases. This is just the introduction. So for a long time I've been contemplating on a perfect jump-in point, a perfect like starting point, but I realized there is no starting point because it's so big. There's so many problems, and people believe so much in other people and don't see the truth. They believe in doctors. Everyone is looking for someone's approval, something to believe in. It don't matter what it is. And I'm sure you already know. You probably have a friend that'll come to you and ask, well, what do you think about this? They can like their outfit, but they're going to ask, what do you think about this? If you say it's ugly, even though they like it, they're going to go change it. So, I want to talk about my last week and something that I have realized. So there's two stories here. The first story is a friend of mine. I had no idea. I thought I was going to this lady's house to help her with something. Well, that wasn't the case. So when I got there, she started telling me about her husband cheating. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I'm on my third marriage, so I was taught mind manipulation at a very young age. But I learned from my first marriage, so I have low tolerance for lies, stupidity, and cheating. This man took their life savings, their 401k, $450,000, and spent on prostitutes. So by now my nerves are real bad. And she knows nothing that's going on in her life. And she's an older lady, she's in her 50s, but she's still a pretty woman. Has a lot of potential. So she takes me walking around her house and she's asking me questions about what do I think about this, but for everything I answered to her truthfully, she had a lie to tell herself to like mask the truth. She already knew the truth, but she didn't want to believe it. So she brought me into her closet and she was like, this is where I pray and talk to Jesus, and I was like, well, that's great, you know. I have different beliefs. I do believe in God, but we're not here to talk about the Bible and all of that. So she wants closure, but she doesn't want closure. She believes he has changed. So she made an excuse as to why he spent $450,000 on these sugar baby websites and other prostitutes, but she only caught one. And now this is a 50-something-year-old man. She caught him with a 22-year-old. I don't know how she's dealing with that. but she's masking the truth, and by her allowing this to be okay, he's gonna continuously do it. So she wants to know the truth, and she's like, hey, you know, Jenny, can you help? And I'm like, yeah, sure, you know, I'd be willing to put it on camera and hand it to you on a flash drive, and you can use it in your divorce. And at first she was all for it. And she was like, well, he's been on antidepressants for 15 years. And one day he just decided he didn't want to take it anymore. And that's what caused him to do this. And no, you cannot take antidepressants, especially for that long, and just quit. It would kill you, because this stuff rewires your whole brain. You have to be weaned off of that. And are you wondering how I know that? Medical school, pharmacology. You cannot just quit. You have to be weaned off of it. And I tried to explain this to her, and she was like, well, no, he did it. It's possible. And I was like, okay, ma'am. You know, literally at this point, I have nothing to say, because no matter what I say, it's her own truth that she's gonna believe. So I said, does he have a Facebook? She was like, oh no, he don't do social media. Well, a couple days later, I find out he does have a Facebook. So she has married and pictures of them. He has absolutely no trace of any type of relationship or female in his life. He lives in another town, and she lives in another town. So in her head, she's manifesting her own truth, her own reality, and it's literally false. It's killing her. So she doesn't want closure. She doesn't want the truth, because if I was to bring her that, she would realize the truth, that their marriage is over. But for me, it's better to take one big hurt than a bunch of small hurts. Anyways, I promise there's a point to this. We all have problems. We've all faced hardships, heartbreaks in some type of way. And we all look for a quick fix. So we go to psychologists. We go tell these people our problems. I'm going to tell you what my professor told me in college. Because the night of my final, the end, I had to leave due to an emergency for my children. I couldn't stay. He let me know, you can't retake the test. You have to take the whole class again. I said, I'm not doing that. Now I aced psychology, not because I studied, but because I've been through very traumatic situations. But don't get me wrong, those classes helped me. He let me know that I was one of his best students, and that the best psychologists are not those who have a master's degree, but those who have experienced life itself and bounced back and been able to come back as a better person. So I never knew what that meant. So everything in my past is now falling into perspective as to what I need to be doing. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to get hate on my videos, because somebody who is under medication and who wants to believe in their doctors, their preachers, whoever, is never going to want to hear the truth from somebody who does not have a master's degree or whatever. But I'm okay with that. Whatever. But even if I can break through and get to a few people, I've done something good. I've already done a lot of good in the past. So I'm just going to use YouTube as a platform to reach as many people as possible. If you're easily offended, maybe you shouldn't be here, because I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm only going to tell you the truth. I don't know everything, but I know a good bit that can help people. So anyways, proceeding forward, this woman tries to convince me that she's a motivational speaker. But I'm thinking, how can someone be a motivational speaker when your life is falling apart, you're living a lie, you can't face the truth? How can you motivate people? And she's like, well, I'm gonna write a book. And I said, you can't write a book. She says, why not? I said, because you can't finish it. You know, you cannot finish this book because of what's going on in your life now. You know, you're still living a whole lie. You only living your own truth. And she was like, it's weird because somebody else told me that. Well, I'm ready to go at this point. So by the time me and my friend are leaving, this lady literally hands me a book and tells me read a chapter. So I look at it. Alright guys, sorry. I don't know what's going on. After a certain period of time, my camera just cuts off. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I took the book and I decided I was going to read her chapter. And she is literally trying to motivate people with her lies, her truth, but they're lies. And I said, well, how many people like this are there out there? Now, we talking about somebody who was trying to preach the Bible to me, but then contradicting everything her Bible states. She was talking about Joyce Myers, and okay, so her Bible states that the riches don't make it into heaven. All these people do is tell everyone positive affirmations, and people buy into this. I know what that is because I listen to these positive affirmations because I have been rewiring my own brain, because we're all fooled by society. You know, everything is diluted and takes us away from the truth and the reality of what really is, and it's keeping us separated. It's just, this thing is a never-ending, it's not going to be an ending series, period. So there was no starting point, so I just figured I'd jump in and start. How many people are feeding everyone lies when they're not truly happy? Ask yourself that. Okay, so I can tell you a story that's not true and explain to you a lie of how I made it through, and you're gonna believe it because it's how our brains work. You know, there's so many different effects out there that these doctors and psychiatrists use. It's their job to diagnose us with something, and at one point these doctors were genuine about caring, but today everything is about money, and it's time everyone realizes that no one gives a damn about us. We're making people rich by buying their lies. You cannot be a motivational speaker if you are not living the truth. If you are masking the truth with your own truth, it's a fake reality, and millions of people do it. Millions of people are on antidepressants, and millions of people don't want to know the truth. I had a lady come here. I have no idea how this happened. It was supposed to be a trade, you know, Facebook Marketplace. I wanted to trade something for a small purse. This lady was so broken. I already knew what was going to happen, the outcome. She wants help. I already knew that this lady was completely under mind control. I just didn't know by who. Come to find out, it's her family, her husband. I already knew her husband cheated on her. But he told her half the truth and made her feel like it was somebody else's fault, but he didn't cheat on her, that it was just porn he was watching. This woman believed it. Like, I'm just flabbergasted by how easy it is for everyone to be manipulated. Hopefully at some point I can reach out to people and this can grow into something bigger. We need to come together. We need to realize the truth and stop believing in people and believing in ourselves. The truth is always right in front of us. We all need someone to talk to, but we talk to the wrong people. Churches, you want to believe in God. God created no religion. God would never create anything to separate his people. Politics separate us. I mean, there's division everywhere, which makes us so weak and vulnerable. And all of this really came into light in the last week. And I said, there's no starting point for this, you know. I told the woman when she left, she was like, I want your help. I'm going to come back tomorrow. And I told her, I said, your husband was reading me just like I was reading him. I'm his enemy. I know a mind manipulator when I see one. Believe me. He didn't want her here. So what he did was he was going to come pick her up 30 minutes later, but yet he was trying to tell her, oh, I'm so happy, you know, you're going to make a friend because she has no one. No, I know a control freak when I see one. They lose power when you gain freedom. So on her way out, she was like, I'm coming back tomorrow. And I said, ma'am, stay safe. Be mindful. Open your eyes to the truth. You won't be back. I'll never see you again. She was like, yeah. I'ma call you. I'ma text you. I said, ma'am, it's not going to happen. I knew this man was going to have her phone. So to help her out, I went ahead and sent a message telling her, it was nice meeting you, you're a great person, you know, and I'm happy that you have a good man by your side. They're hard to find and blah, blah, blah. So my truth was real. Facebook is updated. When you delete something on Messenger, it gives you the option to either delete it on your end or both ends. This man deleted my message. I haven't heard from the woman since, just like I told her. But it is what it is. I'm going to reach out to as many people as I possibly can. I'm going to use social media. I'm going to use YouTube. And I'm not going to stop because this is never ending. We're going to do things that isn't done on YouTube. We're going to catch those men who are cheating, and we're going to have fun with it. Of course, I'm still going to do my graveyard vlogs. I love that. I never took it seriously. I guess because I'm so nervous on camera. But anyways, this is the first part of this series. If there's something I missed, please feel free to let me know. If there's any questions I can answer, I will drop my email in the description, my Instagram, any of my social media. I'm not too big on social media, but anyways, I want to help any way I can, and trust me, I'm very capable to do it. So I'm gonna drop all my links in the description. If you have any questions or anything, you can email me, whatever you feel comfortable doing. Comment section, anything. Thank you guys so much for taking time to check out my video. Please take a minute to subscribe and hit the notification bell to get notified every time I upload a video. If you have any ideas that you would like me to do a video on, just let me know. Leave it in the comment section, email, again, whatever you feel comfortable with. And I'll see you guys next time. Until then, stay blessed, stay focused, and be very mindful of what's going on around you and who you talk to about your problems, because those you think are your friends, most of the time aren't. Misery loves company, so it's always good for those miserable people to listen to your hurtful stories, because they feed off of that. So, alright guys, thanks again, love you so much, and see you next time.